let's talk about this real quick. Obviously, KD and Harden are, kind of going through it with the Nets. I don't want to say going through it, but do you think they're missing Kyrie at all? I don't know where Kyrie's at. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's smoking. I don't know what he's like.
Yeah.
He's on some different time, and that's fine and dandy, but
he'll be back though.
He will, but I'm going to be real honest with you, and y'all can flame me if it goes viral. Hey, that's great for us. Cut that man, Kyrie.
For real? Get rid of him?
Yes. Think about it. You're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire and you agree to pay me $30 million a year, I don't know what Kyrie's contract stipulations are, but he's a superstar. He's worth superstar money. He's arguably one of the most skilled players of all time.
Yep.
Arguably. But he has not played in how many months?
It's been a while.
Since the playoffs last year? Pretty much.
Yeah.
He didn't show up to camp, or maybe he did, but then he left. I mean, he's going around. He's discovering himself. That's great, fine and dandy, awesome, cool. But I'm not going to continue to pay you $30 million a year. And they may kind of be getting away with it because since he's not playing, he may not be getting paid.
Right.
But, like, at a certain point, does it really even matter that he's on your team anymore?
Good question. Yes and no. Yeah, because you want there's a hope factor there that Kyrie returns. You can't neglect that. Like, it's always best to remain hopeful in certain situations. We know that. So, yeah. But then on the flip side of that, the NBA is a business. So to your point, it's like, bro, you got to, like, what's up?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, but, that's me looking at it from both perspectives. Me, personally, if I just had to, y'all know my thoughts, man. I just want him to come back and just try to get to it.
Yeah.
Your question initially was, are they missing him? Not in regular games. Big games, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they Harden's partially patched. KD will give you the 30, but since Harden is partially patched, they don't have another option. Mm-hmm. So then you go through LaMarcus Aldridge, who shoots it and tries to get the putback and
throw it and go get it.
You feel me? And sometimes that works.
Yeah.
But other times it's like, no, like that's not sustainable.
That works for Buddy at the gym that plays with his
what
wife.
You
Yeah.
can throw it off, hey, get it back and lay it up. I had 14 tonight and 8 boards. Yeah, you threw it up. You was grabbing your own rebound, ain't nothing wrong with it. But that's what you did.
Yeah.
That's what LaMarcus Aldridge, he's kind of scoring off the pick and roll. KD throwing some downs when I watched him play Chicago. But again, nothing sustainable. The only sustainable person, consistent person on the team right now to me is KD.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You know what you're going to get with KD. You know he's going to be super efficient. You know that he's looking to pass when that pass is available. Like, you know what you're going to get. Harden, he's fighting off the patch. Give him some time. So that third option there that you could use to kind of, it's just little stuff like being able to stretch the floor a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Like people not being able to help as aggressively as they are now. Mm-hmm. Like you can easily help and live with somebody shooting. Like that Brown guy, you can easily live with him shooting in the corner. He might make that mug, but it's like, as a coach, I'm thinking that's the one we live with, though. Mm-hmm. If you got Kyrie on the floor.
Yeah, or the other dude.
Or the other dude.
Joe
Harris. We'll live at this point. He's supposed to be a sniper. Joe Harris don't be sniping like that. Like, no, Joe Harris don't be sniping, though. Like,
he lagging.
What? Every night, though. It's like, nah, we'll live though. We'll live with Joe Harris too.
So Brown and Harris, we can help
living.
off of.
Yeah. We living. You gonna dump it down to LaMarcus? Okay. In some cases, we'll take the 2.
Yeah.
The NBA is a 3-point game now. Mm-hmm. We'll take that 2. LaMarcus might smoke that right.
And go get it.
You know what I mean? So it's like, dang, bro. Who else do we have that can kind of come in here and really compete at a high level and just help us in ways that's not even on the,
stat sheet.
But just like little things, like you're not gonna be able to help off Kyrie like that. You might get, well, you cooked, you fried, you burnt. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
That's what they're missing to me. Because I watched them play the Bulls. The Bulls pretty much the king of New York right now. Is they beat the Knicks and they beat the Nets back to back.
So they own New York.
That's what they saying. Wow. That's why I put in my application. Remember, guys, if you are worried, the application is still pending, so don't think I'm giving up on the Clippers yet. But again, next episode, I'm probably gone. However, they own New York right now, bro.
Yeah.
And it came down to the wire. Mm-hmm. Of course, they tried to play through KD. KD made some tough shots.
As expected, yeah.
As expected. Harden was doing his thing, but that's it. That's it, bro. And, you got Paul Millsap on the floor, who at this point is a defensive liability.
Yep.
LaMarcus Aldridge, again, although he may score some, defensive liability.
Yeah.
So you need that firepower to kind of fight back in certain instances against the Bulls, against New York, against the Warriors. Like them big teams, they need them, bro. They need them.
Come playoff time, he better have a jersey on.
I hope so. Remember, I'm just trying to remain hopeful because I that's with Kyrie. That's my guy. Like, so I would like to see him really get down, bro.
Yeah.
Really get down.
He's probably the only guy that from a training standpoint, like Jay and I, we train together, but we also have been training other kids to an extent, not as much now, but when we were really breaking down film of different guys. What does somebody do really well?
Yeah.
Kyrie's never been the guy that we could really just be like, okay, how is he doing that? Like, we can break the footwork down, but there's so many things. Like, he might step and lead with his shoulder and turn his head, but the way he, like, the dribble length, the length of his dribble might do, like, he gets so many places with one dribble.
Right.
It's very hard to crack. He's the one guy, like, if you learn how to dribble like him, nobody will be able to guard you.
You got it.
Ever.
For sure.
Like, you could probably get to the league off of that.
Alone.
Obviously providing you're 5'9" and above.
And you can make free throws and occasional floater.
Yeah.
And hold a little defense. But what we're saying is that's a good starting point.
Yeah, like, you're far ahead of the competition.
For sure, bro. That was a great point, though. Because he does so much that you can't really, like, imitate like that.
No, you can't. You can't dribble like him. You just can't do it. I mean,
that stuff is tough.
It's hard.
I have 2 questions.
Go ahead.
My first question, do you think the reason they've kept him is because if they do cut him, somebody else will pick him up and they're worried about not having him on their roster just because they don't want somebody else to have him?
Potentially. But I mean, at the same time, he's shown me enough to know, like, as an owner, I don't want that guy.
Yeah.
If the Nets cut him tomorrow, I'm going to say, no, I'm good. Like, I'm going to rock with who I got. Like, there's plenty of other people. They can't replace Kyrie. They can't ever be Kyrie.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather, sort of like we talked about with the Lakers, I'd much rather have a role player to play off of another superstar and know that guy's going to show up and put his jersey on and tie his shoes every night.
Yeah, that's real too.
And I'm not paying this dude, however many millions of dollars he makes a year for him to just go on and fund his own, like, self-finding trip. Like, that's fine. That's cool. Retire from basketball first.
Damn, don't say that, Clay. That's going to hurt me, though. Kyrie don't retire.
Get cut.
You ain't got to listen to Clay.
I mean, you don't have to retire, but, like,
damn.
Look at what Mike did. Mike wanted to play baseball. So what'd he do? He retired.
Left. Yeah, he left.
He left. He went. He couldn't hit a fastball.
Okay, but you're also comparing Michael Jordan to Kyrie Irving.
I like it, though.
And Michael knew that he could come back and do whatever he wanted to do in the league whenever he wanted to do it.
And Kyrie can too, though.
Ooh.
Kyrie can't win 3 in a row.
Nah, he can't. You're right.
He can't win 3 in a row.
This kind of hurting me. I'm gonna be honest. Damn.
I'm not trying to break you down. My bad.
I'm breaking down, bro.
My bad. But, like,
Kyrie retiring, bro.
Kyrie could come back tomorrow, providing he's in shape, and give anybody 30. 100%. He could do that. Mike did the same thing.
Yeah.
Mike had a great team. Kyrie has a great team.
Yeah.
Go retire. Find yourself. Get on whatever, like, smoke your little incense or whatever you want to do. Then come
That's
back.
Wild.
He ain't smoking incense.
Whatever.
Clay.
He's on some weird stuff. I'm all
Oh,
for.
I know Kyrie.
Like,
I am a big fan of Kyrie as well. And honestly, hearing you tell Jeremy and myself that he just needs to retire is kind of mind blowing to me. And also hearing you say that the Nets just need to drop him, that's crazy to me. But
what does he do though? I mean, think about it this way: Josh Gordon can't stop smoking weed, man.
Yeah.
He can't stop smoking weed. So what do? The NFL suspends him. He gets cut. He was a great receiver.
Yeah.
He had, like, when somebody put him out on an island, it's like, okay, he might have a chance to get open. Like, I might throw it to this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've survived without him. He's been in and out of the league for like 8 years.
It's the weed.
But he can't stay off the weed. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's different. Everybody in the comments, whatever you want to say, but, like, either you need to suspend him and get yourself out of a payment predicament unless they're not paying. If not, then yeah, let him ride. Let him stay on the team. If he's missing out on $30 million because he's not paying, great.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Yeah, you're still on the roster. Cool. Come back anytime. As long as I don't have to pay you. But if you're having to pay this guy or do something,
Hey, Clay ain't trying to pay him.
no, I ain't trying to pay. I mean, would you pay me if I was gonna do something for you and never did it?
No, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. You would
for
be
sure.
like,
for sure.
you'd be like, hey, yo, what's up? Like,
Yeah, I would.
why are you why are you not showing up? Oh, well, I'm trying to find myself. I want to go. I want to be like.
That's a good point.
If Kyrie wants to be a spearhead for the culture, I love it.
Yeah.
But what was her name, Lainey, that retired from WNBA?
Maya Moore.
Maya Moore. Be like Maya Moore.
That's
She
a good
retired.
point, though.
She retired and went,
She
and
did.
she's the face of, civil injustice on certain different things. But she pursued something and made a commitment to something else after her flame to play basketball was out.
I think the issue, though, is that he feels he shouldn't have to retire based off the way things are and have been presented. So he's kind of, it's not that he's not willing to retire. It's that he's almost trying to figure out a way to make it all work with the people, with himself, with the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's that gray area that he's kind of stuck in. So until they come up with like a definite answer, I guess, on what they can do, like, hey, bro, we not changing the rule, retire. Then I feel like he'll do it. I feel like they not really. That's not fair for me to say. I don't know. I feel though as if it's like it's a lot of speculation still, even on the NBA side. Like, all right, bro, we might can change it. So don't retire just yet. Like, let's see what we can figure out. Maybe that's the talks he's having with his manager, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we might be able to figure it out, bro. So don't yet. And I feel like that's what's driving everybody crazy because nobody knows like where they stand with it.
Right. And change doesn't happen overnight in the NBA unless
Feel me?
unless you're Bron.
Unless you're Bron, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, he was placed in health and safety protocol, supposed to be out 10 days, and he gave 3 negative tests. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you good,
come on
bro.
back.
Yeah. We finna
on
go watch
back.
Bronny
Yeah,
on
exactly.
ESPN too.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Like,
You ain't paying him no, Clay, is what you're saying.
no, I'm not paying him. I'm not paying him because he doesn't deserve $30 million based on his the NBA is very, very much based on your performance. You view it as commission. You get sales. You put butts in seats.
Yeah.
You sell tickets. You deliver an atmosphere. You score points. You do accolades. Everything that you signed up to do, you're not doing. I can't pay you commission on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like car salesmen. Most car salesmen operate on commission only because they can make a lot more money doing that.
That's true.
But
That's a
if
good
I
point.
suck at selling cars, I'm gonna take the salary.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get paid like 30, 40K a year that I know I'm solid on. But if I can't make the numbers, they gotta fire me.
Yeah.
So Kyrie not making numbers, does he need to be fired? Some could argue yes.
Yeah.
Some could argue no.